Good morning, Year 11 students and homeroom teachers. Hopefully this morning with the new procedure and the temperature checks went well and there was no major issues, and everyone is still with us after getting their temperature recorded. So as Ms Bourne said, I'll be Year 11 coordinator for Term 3 and Term 4 of this year. So looking to working with each and every one of you and continuing the good work that's already been done so far this year, and then dealing with any other issues and problems that might arise during the second half of this term. So welcome back. Hopefully everyone's refreshed, revised and re-energised for Term 3. It has been quite a unique year. We're all facing different challenges. We're all facing them together. So hopefully you got a bit of respite in the holidays and are looking forward to getting back into the routine and structure of a school life. My role taking over from Miss Williamson is just to continue the good work from, first of all, your homeroom teachers. Got some fantastic group of teachers there that have been assisting you and helping you out with any needs or problems that you might have had so far. So my role is just going to be continue the good work from your homeroom teachers, and also the great work that Miss Williamson has been doing over a number of years as Year 11 coordinator, and in the first half of this year, Miss Caird has done an enormous amount of work, and she's provided me with a lot of detail on some of the issues and problems the Year 11s are having. So continuing on her work as well, and then also working with Miss Bourne. Miss Bourne's been working overtime with the Year 11s so far this year. So just continuing the work from Miss Caird, Miss Williamson and Miss Bourne, and all the routines and structures and plans they've put in place. So it's just continuing on their fine work. So I'll be a presence and the go-to if you do have any issues or if there's something you need. My office is always open, so please feel free to come in at any time and have a chat or raise your concerns, or if there's something I can do to help you out, please come forward and come and have a chat in the office. Just a few things that I'll continue. I'll also maintain and be vigilant with these three things. Most of the students have been doing these already, so more of it's just a case of not start doing them, just continuing and maintaining some of the high standards that you guys have set for yourself and are expected of you as Mazenod students. So just with the routine now, it might be a little bit of a hassle, but it's the world we live in and we've got to get used to it. So every morning, just head down to the Oblate Hall. There you'll get a temperature check. If there's anything out of the ordinary, you'll be sent home, for your benefit, but then also for other students and obviously staff members' benefit as well. If you do get the okay, get the thumbs up, you'll get a card, and then you'll be right to go. And then when the bell obviously goes at 8:35, you can head to homeroom. Just continuing on, a good hygiene protocols that we have been used to over the last, probably 3-4 months now. Washing your hands, sneezing into your upper arm. If you can, it sometimes can be quite difficult, almost impossible in a school-based setting, but just trying to be wary and have that physical distance between one another, and especially with staff. So just being aware of those things, they've become really part of everyday life in the world we live in at the moment. Just continuing on that, sort of no congregating in and around buildings, especially inside. Just trying to minimise big groups of people just stagnant in one place, in and out of the building at recess and lunch, so that there'll be no need to be in and around lockers, no food in the building. If you do need to come and see me at lunchtime or a teacher, that's fine, but there shouldn't be a whole lot of students in the building at lunchtime or recess. It's a great time to get out and actually get some fresh air and socialise with one another. You're going to have all your materials on you, so make sure in your bag it's nicely packed. You're all organised. You have what you need for each of your classes. So you'll be just taking your bag from one class to another, making sure your laptop is charged, so not charging it at recess or lunch or in class, making sure it's charged the night before, so it is going to last a full day. And then also with your study routine, progress interviews, as a result, they'll happen over the next couple of weeks, but going in to the second half of your first year of VCE study, many of you doing 1, some doing 2, 3, 4 units. So making sure you have that good study routine at home, and it's nice and structured, and you're on top of all your work demands. Second one, Miss Bourne also touched on this, just presentation, how you present yourself, and especially at Mazenod, focusing on haircuts. There's some interesting do's when you first got back. So just making sure you're nice and tidy on top. Okay, a little bit of style there. You can put a little bit of product in, but make sure you're nice and neat. There we've got a lovely photo of Dwayne there. Okay, doing a great job. Fantastic. Okay, he's got a very good barber. We don't want any of these mullets, hair in the eyes, all over the place, very unkept. Okay, so make sure it's neat and tidy, and use a bit of common sense when you go to the barber. Uniforms, make sure you present yourself well. You have pride in your uniforms, so blazers, tie done up, shirt tucked in. Okay? You've heard it 1,000 times. It's a little thing, but it's a very important part of being part of the Mazenod community. You wear your uniform right. Miss Bourne said she's especially vigilant with the sports uniform, especially the undergarments. So make sure no hoodies, beanies. If you are cold, start exercising, get moving, to get warm. All right. So make sure you have the right uniform both on your sport days. You still have sport, and then also the other days where you don't have sport and you're expected in full school uniform. Take pride in the way you present yourself. It's the way you go about things that's very important, and one of the little things you can do is just have the correct uniform on at all times. Making sure we have that both in and outside the school grounds. When you do have that on, you are part of the Mazenod community, and you do represent the teachers, the staff, the students that are part of the Mazenod community. So make sure you're wearing it correctly. A few little things. Just respect is the last one. So make sure we are respecting each other. Everyone's gone through their own different challenges this year. It has been very hard and stressful, and senior students are missing out on a fair few activities. So make sure you're looking after each other, you're respecting each other, and you're checking in with your friends to make sure that they're doing okay. And if you do have any concerns, please come and see me. Teachers also, has been very stressful for a number of teachers this year, so a simple please or thank you will go a long way. They're dealing with things all the time as they come up, and it's definitely been a challenging year to be a teacher. So make sure you're showing them the respect, and I know they're doing everything they can to make sure all your concerns and any issues you have are met and dealt with. Non-teaching staff, so groundsmen, cleaners, admin staff, learning support staff. There's heaps of people that make the Mazenod community such a great community. So just make sure you have some respect for those people. the environment, so that's classroom, in the yard as well. Quite lucky at Mazenod with the facilities we do have, so let's make sure we respect it and look after it. Catholic values, remember always that Christ is present, so we act appropriately and always go about our daily routines, okay, with Christ in the forefront of our minds. And then if we are travelling on public transport or when we're leaving the school ground, we also have respect for members of the public. So those are just 3 little areas that we're going to concentrate on for the rest of the year. Just some news notes and quotes to finish. Okay, so 11 Cagney will be the study room for lunchtime. So if you need to use the study room at lunchtime, you might have a sack or catch up on work, come and please see me. There'll be no food in that room, but you'll just need to put your name down and that'll be no problems at all. Number of cases of cheating in assessments, so there'll be 0 tolerance this term. So make sure you're studying, you're prepared before your actual assessment rather than pulling out a phone, writing some notes on a piece of paper, having it in your pocket. Okay, there'll be 0 tolerance, and people just get N's as a grade on that assessment if that's the case. Subject selection forms, you can come and see me. I'll have those in my office, and then you can go around and get the signatures required for subject selection changes. And last one, there'll be some progress interviews happening in the next week or 2, but more information will follow if that applies to you. So hopefully we can continue the great work that has been done for the Year 11s so far this year, and I look forward to working with you all. And if you do have any concerns or queries, please don't hesitate in coming seeing me. So look forward to seeing you all, and it's great to have you back. Thanks.